What's up, guys? Got a video blog for you, man, and this one has come so many times over again to me. This one actually comes from Billy. He's in Melbourne, Australia, and this is basically all about how to lose weight. That's all he wants to know, man. You know, what are the essential tips to losing weight? The non-fail, the no bullshit approach. If you do this, guaranteed. Is there such a thing? Yes, there is. Let me read his email and let's get right into this, man. Greg. Dude, your site has given me so much to think about, seriously. From the mind to the body, as you say, and beyond, and to my endeavors outside the gym. I'm going after one of my goals and studying abroad in Australia. So killer here, I love it. My question is about fat loss. I've taken your advice and have lost some weight. But I still am not where I want to be to get the girls' attention. If you know what I'm saying. I'm killing myself. And I feel like I just don't know this secret out there because I'm doing everything right. Please help. I talked to a shitload of people out here and they all know who you are and they love you. You're loved in so many countries, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. You're a real role model to me and so many others. A man who walks the talk he speaks. So few of you out there. To better lives. Billy, Melbourne, Australia, via Toronto, Canada. Billy. You're asking a question that so many people ask, and my problem with it is two things you said there. I'm going to embark on that, and I'm not calling you out, man. You know that. I mean, this is a learning process for everybody, so there is no scolding or like pointing fingers or anything else. It's a group effort here, you know. So that's all like just let our egos go for a second, and honestly just listen and see if it applies to you. If the shoe fits, and figure out if you want to keep wearing it. Okay. Two things you said there is that you're killing yourself and you're doing everything right. Doing everything right, let's talk about that guy first. Everything right would be status quo, right? There's a commercial out there that's airing right now, some car commercial, I don't know which one, but it says, if you don't question status quo, society's rhyme the reason. What they say is the correct mode. The normality, the correct path to success, the correct path of living. If you don't question the status quo, well, they say, they give examples. Empires would never fall. Innovation would never happen. It's not until you question what you think is right do you find out what is right to you. So you're saying you're saying in the email that you're doing everything right. Well, what is right? That's the thing. We don't know what right is. What's right for you is not right for me, or maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's not until you go through the trial and error of it do you find out what the rhyme, the reason is, to find out if it is right, if it is working. And by the way, once it starts working, you got to keep changing that because your body's going to be even a step ahead of that. It's going to start changing it up for you, so you have to continue to change it up. But with fat loss, it's not quite as hard. It's pretty elementary. And I got about 5 to 8 tips. But before I get into all those tips, guys, I want to talk about one more thing that you said. You said you're killing yourself, Billy. You're killing yourself. Well, maybe you are, man. But kiss my ass. I doubt it. I really doubt you're killing yourself. I doubt you even know what killing yourself is. A friend of mine told me a story. I forget who it was or how long ago, but stories about a guy. He goes to one of those self-help motivational speeches, that held at hotels and stuff, and he pays his dues, and he sits there amongst hundreds of people and listens to the keynote speaker talk about his life, his success, how he came from the rubble and came up to be this monumental force of nature that everyone wants to know the secret of, because he holds something that none of us have. And if we know it, then we too can stand on that plateau of that echelon success like him. Yeah, so this guy was so intrigued by what he said that after the convention, he went up to him and he said, hey, I've been to a bunch of these self-help things, and something that you said gravitated towards me. It just hit my loins and it just spoke and vibrated inside of me, and it just made total sense. So much so that I need to hear more. I need to, be one of your pupils and allow you to be my mentor. Is there any way I can pay you to teach me more of your principles and teachings. And he's like, no, you can't pay me. But what you can do tomorrow morning, I fly out at noon. You can show up on the beach at this location at 6 a.m. Show up and we'll talk. The guy's like, I'm there. Thank you so much, man. I totally appreciate it. Oh my God, what a great day. So he goes to sleep and he wakes up and he shows up at 6 a.m. and the guy's there, the mentor. That was the first test. The guy actually showed up. Because so few of us ever show up, it seems like. So the guy showed up. They're on the beach and they're talking and I go, wow, why are we on the beach? Because this guy's dressed like a business, business casual and everything else. He's like, why are we on the beach? He's like, because we're going to walk towards the water. He's like, all right. He starts walking towards the water and everything else. And the mentor continues to walk and walks in the water. And this guy's like, dude, what are you doing, man? I'm not walking in the water. I got a nice, suit on. I can't tarnish this or destroy this. He goes, there you are. Already, you want to learn so much of the secret, so much of what it is, so much about what I've done to overcome these adversities in life. And right as we start, you're questioning what you know is right, which has gotten you to the place that you are currently at. You're questioning what you know, not trusting what I know. And I think that's really, really key right there, because we get caught up in our lives so much that we believe everything we're doing is the right thing. And we never step outside the bounds to really see the neighbor's grass, from the other side, to see which is greener. We were just stuck in our own environment so much that we start to think that this is the universe. The universe is this. It's not until you lose that biased nature that we all have and open up your opinion to what else could be, that you can see what is right, like I was saying before. And maybe what you're doing is right. Or maybe it's almost there and it's just altered a little bit, right? So the guy's like, are you going to come or not? And finally he's like, shit, fuck. I guess I will. So this guy walks out into the ocean too in his nice, outfit. And he's like, the mentor's like, come on, keep following me. Going deeper and deeper and deeper. So they're up about like chest level, neck level, or something like that. And finally the guy's like, dude, all right, enough. What's the deal here? What are we doing? The mentor turns to him and grabs him physically and dunks him under the water and holds him there. Won't let him out. This guy's like, oh my, what the fuck's going on? This guy went psycho on me. He's trying to drown me and kill me. He's fighting for everything he has to get out of there, get some air and everything else. This guy won't let him up no matter what he tries. He will not let him up. He's struggling, he's moving, he's twisting. Will not let him up. It's not until the student fucking punches the mentor that the mentor loses his wind for a second there, loosening his grip up, gives him the wind of opportunity to escape his holdings and fucking get some air. And when he gets the air, his first words once he gets some, what the fuck was that? You out of your mind, man? I can sue you for this shit and everything else. He goes, yeah, you can. But now you know what giving it your all is. And you will not succeed in business or any endeavor in life until that fight you just went through is applied to the same endeavor. It's too fucking hard of a world out there. And Billy, if you're trying to lose weight for the girls on the beach like you just said, buddy, you don't have enough fight. You're going to drown right there. It's never going to be successful. Think of that, guys. When you guys are saying you're doing everything right and you're giving it your all, come on. Come on. Your all's a lot more than you know. You got more inside of you to give. Stop selling yourself so short. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this fat loss. And so I got like 5-8 tips, whatever, for you guys. Guaranteed proven success. You will not fail. If you give it your all, follow these principles, you will lose the weight. First thing, caloric intake. The number one principle of losing weight, guys. Meaning, you eat so much every day, right? And then you go about your day in such a facet. So you're going about moving and active and everything else. That's burning X amount of calories. So subtract that from what you're putting in. That is your maintenance calorie level every day. Your calorie maintenance level. That's what you're doing. So if you continue to do that, your weight will remain the same. It's not until you go into a calorie deficit that you will lose weight. And I don't care what else you read, whatever schemes out there, whatever like quick loss, fat loss thing is, that doesn't throw all that shit away. The number one question out there, the number one desire of Americans and beyond and humans is to lose weight. What happens when that big desire, that big need, that big demand hits society in a business sense? The sharks come swimming, they smell the blood. And what do? They try to market a quick fix. Something that tailors towards the lackadaisical attitude of the individual. That they can have the cake and eat it too. Meaning, they don't have to work so hard, but they can have the body. So they come up with these fucking exercise programs, or these exercise products, or these weight loss systems, or all this bullshit that does not work. But they don't give a shit. Because you've already bought in the product. So therefore, they've made their goal. They're successful. They live in the big mansion. You're still fat. And then you start thinking, oh man, geez. Oh man, it's something wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Because I did what they said and it didn't work. So what's something wrong with me? It's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong is that the system's fucking busted. Because the system is not goal-oriented to fat loss. It's goal-oriented to economic windfall for the select few individuals. Caloric intake, guys. There's carbs, there's fats, there's proteins. Those are the macronutrients within our body, right? That's what we take in. Your carbs and your proteins are 4 calories per gram. Your fats are 9. Diminishing the amount of calories coming in from what you're normally bringing in will lose weight. That's all there is to say. Yes, there's exercise, there's lifting programs and cardio and supplements and all these other things that hold weight. But the number one reason, if you want to lose weight and why you are or not losing weight, guys, is your caloric intake is not in a deficient state. How do you find out what that number is? There's a video blog I did about lean mass building, how to do that. It takes your age, your metabolic rate, and it finds out what your current maintenance level for calories is a day. That is what you guys are doing right now. Whether you want to agree to it or not, the reason why you're staying at the same weight is because your activities on a certain day are pretty much parallel every single week. And the amount of food that's coming in is pretty much parallel every single week. So therefore, there's no adjustment in your weight, up or down, regardless of what else you want to read, think, hear, and everything else. Caloric intake. If you match it, your maintenance level, you won't lose weight, you won't gain weight. If you exceed that, meaning you bring in more calories than what your normal caloric intake is, your maintenance level, you will gain weight. If you reduce that, you're going to a caloric deficit, and then you will lose the weight that we so desire to lose. So I don't care what else you want to hear. That's the number one rule. That is the 80%, the 90% of the game right there. And how do you find that out, man? Once you find out what your calorie maintenance level is, then you get a pen and paper, and you start for weeks. You start writing everything down, man. How much calories am I really eating? What am I really eating? How much is really coming in? I know the number that's going to help me lose the weight based on my age and my metabolic rate and everything else, and what my activities levels are. That's in that other blog. So now I know the number. What am I really bringing in? Oh wow, surprising! I didn't quite think that. It's not until I gave it my all and actually counted everything up, took ownership in my efforts for fucking once, to find out what the truth really is. So I've tried everything and everything else. Well, I haven't tried to add up the calories. Meanwhile, I'm thinking I'm bringing in 3,000 calories a day. I'm actually bringing in about 4,200. Oh, so now I know why I'm not losing the weight. Real simple. So all those 4,200 calories, how are they broken down? How many carbs, how many fats, and then how much protein? And other fats, are they monounsaturated fats? Or are they saturated fats? Or are they the worst fats in the world, the trans fats, which are just created by humans, basically? Totally processed fats. Never had them, guys. According to carbs, are they good carbs or bad carbs? The proteins. Lean protein, what are we eating, guys? If you don't know where you are, then how the fuck are you going to know where to go? So once we know that, once we know how many calories we need, we dissect our day to find out how many calories we're bringing in. Now we have a start point. Now we can actually apply our fucking brain for a change to correct the situation, to get on the path that we want to go. Pretty simple, right? Elementary. That's the number one thing. Whatever your maintenance level is, guys, when you find out what that maintenance level is, reduce that by 20%. 20% is going to be the amount of calories you need per day to lose the weight. How much weight are you going to lose? 0.5 to 2 pounds per week. So a half a pound to 2 pounds per week. Why is there a variance there? Depending on where you are currently. Meaning if you're somebody that right now that's about 40-50% body fat compared to somebody who's maybe 20% body fat, there's a lot of difference there. The more weight you're carrying around, guys, the quicker it will come off initially. So that 2 pounds per week probably. But if you're pretty lean, you've been going to the gym, you've been active and everything else. Your body's hitting that mold, that clay is warmed up already. So you're gonna lose a little bit less. So that's your thing. And then you check it every week, guys. You make charts. Every Sunday morning or every Monday morning, whatever day of the week, first thing in the morning, before you eat or drink anything, right when you get up, man, you go and jump on that scale and you write down that weight. Find out where you are. If you're not losing that 0.5 pounds to 2 pounds per week, lower the calories even more. Not 20%, but then drop another 300-400 calories. Okay, that's the meat and potatoes of losing weight, guys. Plain and simple. Here's some other factors that I think is going to fucking blow your mind. If you really want to lose weight, guys, high protein diet. High protein, I'm not saying high protein, low carb, low fat. I'm saying high protein, period. Of all the macronutrients, guys, protein is the one that gives you the sense of fulfillment, like a fullness in your fucking stomach, more than carbs or fats. And oh, by the way, protein also takes more calories to digest than either carb or fats. Interesting, huh? But what else is so important about protein? Without protein, we can't even build muscle, can we? So in the effort of losing weight, as everyone says, I want to lose weight, what are they really saying? They want to lose fat. They want to lose the ugly weight. They don't want to lose a lean mass. They don't want to be that skinny fat person. When they lift their shirt up, it's all soft and fucking gooey and like Play-Doh. No, they don't want to do that. They want to lose the weight but still be firm and tight. They want to keep the muscle mass. Just get rid of the shit weight, the ugly weight, the fats and everything else. Protein. That's how you do it, man. High fucking protein diet. How much so? Well, if you're somebody that's actually working out and lifting, right? You're talking about 0.8 to 1.2 grams, the book says, per day. Per pound every single day. That's your protein. Multiply that by 4, that's your calories for just your protein. If you're somebody that's not working out and just losing weight, right? Just trying to just starve themselves or reduce the caloric intake of what they're eating, and that's their deal, to lose the weight. 0.6 to 1 gram per pound per day. That's your protein intake. I think more. That's what the book says, everything else. I think you're safe with 1.5 grams per pound, regardless if you're going to the gym or not. Regardless. So that's your protein, right? The other thing is that people are like, hey man, so I'm going to lose some weight, so what am I going to do? Exercise, right? Everyone associates cardio to losing weight. Cardio. Here's the thing with cardio, guys. I'm a firm believer that if you really want to lose weight, do not do cardio. Cardio, the only function in cardio training is to build your anaerobic conditioning. Anaerobic conditioning is built when your heart rate goes crazy. You exceed your maximum heart rate. You're trying to enhance that, push the barriers, like in the gym with lifting. You're pushing the barriers of your cardiovascular endurance. That's increasing your aerobic conditioning. That's the beautiful thing about cardio. The rest of it is not about losing weight. Especially if you're obese, guys. Especially if you're obese. When you guys are doing cardio, you get on the treadmill and everything else, And is it a fast way to burn calories? Sure. Yeah, it is. You can burn a shitload of calories faster than anything else doing cardio. So if you ate too much one day and you know you did, like it was Thanksgiving dinner, and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta burn some of that off, cardio is the way to go. Period. But, you know, the amount of time it takes for cardio to burn calories and what we think we're really burning is misleading. You're better off just not eating the calories coming in than to get on the treadmill and run and everything else to burn the calories that already came in. If you just want to lose weight, guys, fuck cardio. Don't even do cardio. The problem with cardio, guys, is as soon as you step off the machine, the fat burning process stops with that. What does that mean? Well, I said in earlier blogs, guys, body fat is a stored energy source, meaning that it requires a very small amount of caloric intake to move that substance, being fat, is stored energy. But in order to move lean mass, muscle tissue, because we want to be lighter, we want to lose weight but not the muscle, we want to be like skinny but in shape and fit, not skinny and fat, right? So we want to keep that muscle. Well, when we start building the muscle, right, that's lean mass. It requires tremendous amount of caloric intake to move that. So hence, you know, a month down the line, you're still on cardio, just getting the fat off you, right? Or you're in the gym working, lifting. You're still elevating, which is a fat burn to begin with. But you're also building muscle. So the next day, there's more muscle mass. So as you're even walking around your day, you know, you're going from your cubicle to the lunchroom and back, or to the shitter and back, you're moving more lean mass. Your body's required to burn more calories just in your process. So in a treadmill, when you get off the treadmill, boom, the fat burning stops. But when you go to the gym and you build muscle, and that's the way you're burning the fat, then you add muscle to your body. So therefore the next day, along with your high protein diet, which is the synthesis, you know, your amino acids and your protein, it builds the muscle back up. Your lean muscle mass goes up on your body mass index. So therefore as you're walking around, you're burning more calories than your same body double if they only did cardio. So yes, cardio does burn calories faster than lifting weight. But once you stop the cardio, you stop the fat burning process. When you work out and you lift and you're building the muscle mass, you are still burning calories, not as fast as cardio. But then when you stop lifting, your body is going crazy burning calories to repair those muscles with the protein to build that lean mass. Once the lean mass is built, then it has to be moved every single day, and you're faster and stronger, but the calories required to move that is now higher than if it was fat. So you're burning calories all day long. You add up all day long compared to that hour on the treadmill. You're making more gains, working out, lifting to burn that fat off, guys. It's as simple as that. On top of that, again, you don't want to be that skinny fat person, so you want to continue to work out, continue to exercise, to work those muscles. So when you do lose the weight, you're losing, you know, you're dropping in size, but you're still staying toned and tight, man. That's the goal, man. No one really gives a shit how much they weigh. They just want to take the shirt off and be an anatomy chart, be symmetrical, have abs popping, chest, see everything that's about them. That's the goal. They don't care if that figure's 180 pounds or 300 pounds. As long as it's tight and ripped and cut, you know? A couple other things. Your diet. Obviously plays a big key. Everyone's like, hey, so if you're losing weight, you need 5-6 meals a day and everything else. If you're losing weight, guys, and that's all you want to do, let's just cut the bullshit. It doesn't matter if you're eating 1 meal a day or if you're eating 6 meals a day. It's the amount of calories you're taking every single day. That's all that matters. Whether they come in the morning all, or at night at all, or throughout the day in small pieces. Eat when you're hungry, guys. Make the equation simple. Just maintain the caloric intake that you're supposed to have at a 20% lowered value of your maintenance level. That's going to lose a weight of 0.5 pounds to 2 pounds per week. And if it's not working, drop that thing by another 300, 400 calories. The other thing is, you know, your carbohydrates. It doesn't matter when you're losing weight, guys. It doesn't matter if it's a good carb or a bad carb or anything in between. As long as you maintain it under the curtain of what your caloric intake is supposed to be, your body's going to burn that up. Good carb or bad carb. It's like that sponge. A dry sponge is a non-happy muscle. After a workout, it will use whatever the fuck you pour on it. So if I pour shit on it, or if I pour good shit on it, it's going to use it all up. It's not until I pour too much of whatever, good or bad, that there's spillage. And the sponge can't suck it all up, meaning the muscle can't use it. It's maxed out. It's used everything it needs. That spillage gets stored. That storage is called fat. So it's about the calories, guys. Bottom line, when you're losing weight, that's all. Your main goal is to lose weight, guys. Obviously, guys, you know, if you're eating complex carbohydrates or simple carbohydrates, they're going to hold a difference. What is that difference? Complex carbohydrates are slower release energy, so it maintains energy longer than a simple sugar. It also gives you more fulfillment, like, you know, your brown rice and everything else, as opposed to processed white rice. The more complex carbohydrate also has fiber in it, so it takes longer to digest, meaning more calories to burn that. So if you really want to step it up a level, the food and the macronutrients of your fats and your proteins and your carbohydrates do hold weight. But if you guys want the quick fix, it doesn't really matter. A good fat or bad fat, 9 calories. A good carb, bad carb, 4 calories. A good protein, bad protein, no real bad protein, 4 calories. You add them up, it's still going to be that caloric intake level that you need or don't need. You're going to find that out, and you maintain that and give it your all for it. On fats, guys, the only thing your body cannot produce itself is the essential fatty acids, your omega-3 and 6. Ensure that you're taking supplements in. There are fish oils, olive oil, stuff like that. It gives you those omega-3s and 6s that we need. That's going to help to repair the muscles, rebuild any kind of immune system. It's good for the body along this process when you're in a depleted state. Sleep is imperative, guys. There's so much hormone levels of release during when you're sleeping at a resting state that aid the fat loss and the production of muscle mass, so it burns more calories through your day. It all comes with sleep. That 8-hour window of sleep, the reason why they say this is because it's crucial. The more sleep you can get, the better. Get a partner, man. Do this journey with somebody. Don't do it by yourself. Doing it with somebody gives you the motivation to keep your head in the game, as well as learning from maybe their successes as opposed to yours. Maybe you're doing something wrong and you don't know, right? But your partner's doing the exact same thing you're doing. You guys are going on a parallel path. He or she is doing a little bit better, making better gains. Maybe you can learn. Say, hey, there's no ego. What are you doing? What am I doing? Oh, I see. Now I see. Let me fix that. Last thing, guys, don't believe the hype. There's so much bullshit out there. There's so many people trying to sell a scheme. The quick fix. There is no quick fix to the temporary problem that stays true later in life. There is no fix for the now that will last forever. It doesn't work that way. When you guys go through this process, you start to lose a weight, and you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, man, I look good. You're not worried about picking up a chick on the beach. You're just like, fuck, I just don't even want to go to the beach. I just want to look in the mirror, man. I'm so impressed. I apply what I learned, my education, I put work ethic behind it. I went through the adversity of it, and bam, look at where I am now. Proud of that shit. That's like you earning $1 million. You see value in every single one of those dollars. If you inherited it, or you won the lotto, or you went and got liposuction, you wouldn't value the state. So therefore the state is not secure, it's not on a foundation of rock. Therefore the state will crumble. And it will no longer exist in time soon to come. But when you're going through the trial and error of life, you build things up. Those are the nuggets of life, that confidence, the belief in yourself. And even though you got a great body now, you probably got a lot of other things too that are great. They go hand in hand. They go down parallel success paths. And every day you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, Not only do you look good, you get more energy, you feel better, you get more response from everybody else, more mentally alert, mind-body connection, everything's on fire, man, unstoppable force. Fuck, that's the way to live. That's solid shit right there. But if you wake up one morning and you look in the mirror like, whoa, I'm looking a little chubby here. Boom, you'll be right back in the gym because you felt the success of that $1 million after working so hard and how good it tasted. You're not going to give it up. And if it goes away as you wake up in the morning one day, you look in the mirror and you see yourself getting a little chubby because you've come off the diet a little too much and you've partied a little bit, or you've been on vacation and everything else, you know the principles on how to make that $1 million back, how to get your body back in shape, as opposed to someone who did liposuction or was inherited the money. Once it's gone, it's gone. There was no lessons learned on how to get it. So they don't know how to retain it or how to rebuild it. Quick synopsis, guys. Caloric deficit is the only way you're going to lose weight. Period. Period. Look at my last video blog. Find out your age, your metabolic rate, current activities, everything else. It's going to give you your maintenance level of calories that you need every single day. Drop that guy by 20%. That is your new level of calories. Go around, find out everything you're eating. Be honest with yourself. Don't kid yourself, guys. How can you kid yourself anyway? You know, how do you lie to yourself? It's bullshit. Write down everything you're eating. Be honest with it. Find out what you're really eating. Find out where you need to be. And then start adjusting to it. Your diet should be more protein than anything else. High protein, guys. Protein's going to help build that muscle mass. Once you have that muscle mass, it requires more calories to burn. So therefore, you're burning more calories throughout the day. That's why cardio is not as good as lifting is, because you're building the muscle mass. So you're not that skinny fat person, you're a skinny fit person. And then all day long, you're burning more calories as opposed to treadmill. Once you get off, that's it. Protein also gives you, of all the macronutrients, the most fulfillment feeling. It fills you up the most. It takes longer to digest, therefore it requires more calories to burn. That's 1, 2, 3 wins right there. Why do you think the Atkins thing's so popular? They don't tell you that though, do they? No. They say high protein, low fat, low carb kind of diet. I mean, high protein, low fat diet. You know, they're not really giving you what it's really all about. Why would they? Otherwise, you won't be on a diet, do your own thing. Because you don't know the difference, right? Well, now once you know, God, doesn't the world seem so much clearer? The paths that are out there, they just jump at you. That's how you roll, guys. Plitt. Help me stay fit, man. Thanks for watching. Surefire reasons, surefire solutions, surefire success if you want to lose fat, period. Calories, high protein. Lift, don't do cardio, a lot of sleep, your diet. Complex carbohydrates are better than simple carbohydrates, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter as long as you're under that calorie deficit window. Whether you're eating 6 meals a day or 1 big meal a day, doesn't really matter, again, as long as you're under that calorie deficit window. Can you adjust that? Yes, you can. The better carbs take longer to digest, burning more calories, give you more sustained energy for a prolonged period of time. Much better than a simple sugar. But at the end of the day, if you just want to lose the weight, guys, you don't really need to worry about that. You must get sleep, though. So much hormone activity happens when you're sleeping, help to repair the muscles of the immune system that is going to aid in that lean mass, that body mass index window, to reduce the fat and build the lean mass. That's going to help you burning calories all day. Find that partner, do that journey with somebody. Very lonely on your own. With somebody, you can bounce off motivation as well as success information. What are you doing? You're looking good. Why is that? Oh, I'm doing that. Okay, I'm not doing that. Let me implement that. Oh shit, wow, look at that. Isn't that funny? Champions come in pairs of 2, guys. Thanks for watching.